Hi, everybody. This is the Planet Earth here, and today I am going to be showing you proof that Hurricane Harvey is a real hurricane. However, it was amplified by um, the NOAA, where they mix hydrogen and oxygen. This is just my little. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's very suspicious. I've actually been taking screenshots of Hurricane Harvey since it hit. Um, since it hit Texas. And me being from San Antonio makes me break my heart that I can't be over there helping my Houstonians. And it makes me sad that I cannot help. But I'm going to show you some screenshots I took. All right, we have Corpus Christi. Time is 4:13 p.m. I don't remember exactly which date this was. It was probably around the 24th. As you can see, the hurricane's getting closer to Corpus Christi / Portland and Port Lavaca, etc. And Houston's going to get slammed. And another screenshot of Port Lavaca, Rockport, Portland, and Corpus. The hurricane rapidly got bigger with the eye wall, and then all of a sudden tornado warnings start being issued for areas close to the Houston, Texas area. And as you can see, the storm is moving due northwest. I also show the super res velocity tilt 1, where it shows the damaging winds in excess of 130 miles an hour. I also put a point where the high winds were at, where the blue is. The blue is like 60 to 70 mile, 50, 60, 70 mile an hour wind by Beeville, Texas, and I went and put a draw mark of how far that blue is from San Antonio, which was only less than 100 miles away. And also you see more tornado warning boxes by Bay City. And then I also noticed that there was lightning in this hurricane, which is not uncommon, but it doesn't happen too often. On the northeast quadrant of a hurricane, you will always have the bigger winds. And if where you can see that purple-ish color, that is definitely extreme wind, by the way. I mean, we're talking extreme wind, damaging wind. 130, 120, 130, 140 mile an hour winds. It was so windy that it actually, on my radar scope here, it actually couldn't go any higher. I also took screenshots of the advisories for Rockport. Is it Rockport? Was this Rockport? Yeah, this most probably was Rockport. So, hurricane statement, hurricane warning, storm surge warning, flood warning, flash flood watch, storm surge warning, hurricane warning, active notice, public information statement, flash flood watch. And then I took another one of Port Aransas, island moorings report, change station. All right, hurricane statement, hurricane warning, storm surge warning, flash flood warning, a flood warning, a flash flood watch, storm surge warning, hurricane warning, public information, flash flood watch. As you could tell, the temperature was 80 degrees. Now, as for the descriptive forecast on weather underground, bands of heavy rain contain strong gusty winds at times, isolated tornado possible, low 74. North-northwest wind shifting to southwest to 100 to 115 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100%. 5 to 8 inches is expected. Hurricane conditions likely. Windy with periods of rain. High 84. Southwest winds at 80 to 100 miles per hour, decreasing to 70 to 90 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100%. 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected. Then I took a little video here. I don't know what this was. Considering the current wind speed and the current direction on the path I think it's going, to be honest, I think it's going to hit just north of Corpus. It's going to give Corpus at least 100 mile an hour wind, if not maybe 90 mile an hour wind. But when we switch it over to velocity, you'll see the dark purple, pink, light pink area of the hurricane. You will see that currently at Rockport here, they're getting about, let's see here, they're getting about, like, a little bit of bluish now. Looks like they're receiving about 80 to 90 mile an hour winds right now. Once that blue hits over Rockport in the next hour, they should be receiving almost 100 mile an hour wind. And in the next hour and a half, they're going to be hitting into the pink. So let's kind of match the pink color there. 129 mile an hour wind, maybe in gust. maybe 100 and it'll be about 129-mile winds. On the other side of the radar, it looks like the winds are only about 60 miles per hour, probably coming from the northwest currently. Looks like Corpus Christi is getting about 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts to 70-mile-an-hour winds. Now, in the next 2 or 3 hours, Rockport is going to get hammered pretty well. They're almost there. Bayside, Refugio will be next, but we're already starting to see the deep blues and purple. Once you start seeing purple, it's way over 100 miles an hour. It's rare that you'll see a purple in these storms, unless, of course, you're right in the middle of it. Other than that, the standard winds around the hurricane looks to be about, let's see here, they're in the green, so I would say maybe 30-mile-an-hour wind. That's not too bad, but once you get into the blue, you start hitting, it looks like 60-mile-an-hour winds to 70-mile-an-hour winds. So right now, it looks like the 70-mile-an-hour winds is currently hitting Refugio, Woodsboro, Rockport, Sinton, Odem, and Portland, and Corpus. 60 to 70-mile-an-hour winds right now. But as it gets closer to land, Rockport, anywhere in here, is going to get slammed. Fulton, Rockport, Seadrift, and maybe Port Lavaca is going to see at least 100 miles an hour. And then, as you can see, Fulton and Rockport received winds. The radar couldn't even tell what the hell that was. And the winds there in Fulton and Rockport, they must have been 150 miles an hour. Fulton and Rockport must have easily been over 140, 150 mile an hour winds. Because it's not even on this radar map of how windy it was. I took another screenshot of the Houston area, which was the tornado. I took another screenshot of the hurricane. And that's it. I mean, it's really sad what happened. But my conspiracy theory thing on it, the government put a water vapor machine in the area of the Caribbean islands and in the area of between the peninsula of Mexico near Cancun, and then put water vapor on big ships and water vapored the storm into a Category 4 hurricane. And then somehow I don't know how they're doing it, but somehow, some way, they were able to actually stop the hurricane in its tracks so that it would flood Texas. And I'm very mad right now because they ruined a good city, and it's sad that they would do something like this. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Planet Earth here.